Hey gang, it's Anthony again, coming in with another video. If you like this video, like it, subscribe, and click the notification bell if you want to see more. There's always going to be more. Today's video is about the 2020 Philadelphia Eagles. What's going on? What's going wrong? First of all, I'd like to shout out the Eagles organization for winning a Super Bowl 2 years ago. I know it's not a big deal to a lot of people, but there are people who are in their 60s, 70s, 80s who until that point in time have never seen their team win a Super Bowl, and that's a pretty big deal. But the problem isn't Carson Wentz, and the problem isn't Doug Peterson. That's what the media, the Philadelphia sports media, keeps getting wrong. Number one, those guys, Angelo Cataldi, Howard Eskin, they're all losers, okay? Do not listen to a word they say. They're only there to draw attention. They usually say nothing of... You want a good guy that's got good reporting? Jim Salisbury. That guy's got good reporting. Those two other guys I just mentioned do nothing besides cause shit between people. So don't listen to them. The problem isn't Doug. The problem is kind of Carson. The problem is Howie Roseman. All right, that guy needs to go. If they lose tomorrow to the Browns, that guy needs to go. First of all, there should be no way they lose to the Browns tomorrow. There's a simple path to beating them. They got a heavy rushing attack. I think Nick Chubb might be out of the game. I'm not sure. I'm just going off the top of my head. He might be out of the game. All right? Baker Mayfield is only good in the play-action rollout passes. You got to get him outside of his comfort zone, which is in the pocket. You got to keep him in the pocket. The Eagles do have a good defensive line. They should be able to put pressure on him, stop the run. The problem is the Eagles' defense it's got a lot of holes in it right now. They're not doing takeaways. They're not getting interceptions. They really do have to win tomorrow. It's a must-win game. Howie Roseman is a disaster for the Philadelphia Eagles, and why Jeffrey Lurie put him back in charge after Chip Kelly fired him, you know, I don't understand. He must have some kind of dirt on Jeffrey Lurie. Jeffrey Lurie might be some sort of pervert or some kind of racist or something, because obviously Howie Roseman's got some kind of dirt on him. He shouldn't have a job. Problem is, in 2016, we signed Sam Bradford to a 2-year deal worth $36 million to have him come back and start at quarterback under Doug Peterson. We also traded our whole future away to get the number 2 pick in the draft to select Carson Wentz. Not a big deal. We did have a younger group of guys back then. It was still a solid core. All right, so now we're in 2017. They win the Super Bowl. All right, Howie goes big in free agency. Chris Long, Alshon Jeffrey, Brandon Brooks, you know, all these guys come in, they make an impact. You know, 2018, 19, it's just, and now 20 is the ultimate final to the trilogy we got here of the 3 seasons post Super Bowl, and this one's a banger. I mean, you got 18 and 19, you got guys going down like it's like they got run over by a bus. All right, but if that's the case in 2020, it's like the whole team like just died or something. They all got broken bones. None of them can play. They're all injured. You look at the injury list, you're just like reading a textbook from school, you know? The training staff definitely needs to go. But it's all Howie Roseman's fault. He mortgaged our future. And in the meantime, we're a victim of our own success. We got low draft picks. In the highs, like picks 20 to 32. You know, it's kind of hard. It's a hit or miss at that stage. But still, they're drafting these guys, and they're not even making a difference. Our draft picks are just going down the toilet. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Why did we draft Jalen Hurts? That makes no sense. Guess what I learned today? That Howie Roseman has the judgment of a guy who's got 3 DUIs and actually killed somebody on the road. That's Howie Roseman's judgment. I mean, all these guys we brought back, Deshaun Jackson, Alshon Jeffrey, I mean, all these guys, they've just been sitting on the bench all year collecting millions of dollars, and it makes no sense. The training staff needs to go. The sports media thinks Doug and Carson are the problem. Doug has coached this whole team up through injuries for 2 seasons. 2 seasons. He's gotten to the playoffs decimated. Injuries everywhere. Practice squad players. You know, people you never heard of are making names for themselves every week. And the problem is not Doug. The problem is the ownership and Howie Roseman. Howie's got to go. And in the meantime, this is a message to the Philadelphia sports media. If you run Doug Peterson out of town, you have done yourself a huge disservice. I promise you that. I'm not going to take it from you guys. You people. have no common sense. None whatsoever. Do you hear yourselves on the radio in the morning? I mean, Angelo Cataldi, that guy is a talking sack of shit. I mean, the guy's got nothing going for him besides being an asshole. So, what does he know about sports? It's always fire this person, fire that person, this person didn't make a play, ba 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 ba. Shut up, Angelo. Nobody listens to you anymore. Nobody likes you. Everyone I know is on a different station because they cannot stand you. Howard Eskin, that's another guy. Charlie Manuel, the nicest guy in the history of Philadelphia sports teams, try to fist fight him because that guy's just another pompous douche. I mean, they tried running Andy Reid out of town. A good thing ownership doesn't let the media get to its head around here, because the media in Philadelphia is full of stupid people. I mean, honestly, these guys they're high school dropouts that sat around in the bar all day talking about sports, and someone said, hey, you got a good voice, we should put you on the radio because nobody's original. Angelo Cataldi is a scumbag. Alright, he's got tons of money, I'm sure, and tons of listeners, but what do I care? The guy says nothing of value except just, here's my controversial take of the morning. Nobody cares what he has to say. Let's just be honest for a second, Angelo Cataldi. From me to you, you should probably find another job. And the other job that you should start looking for would probably be a Walmart greeter or something, you know, where you're just in society with everyone else because you're not special. I mean, nobody's really, you know, more special than the next, but this guy, Angelo Cataldi, I mean, what a scumbag. He makes Howie Roseman look like a saint, a patron saint. Howie's got to go. Doug can stay. Carson seems like he let the money get to his head. And that's a problem. Because he's just having a down year, man. You just still got to give him time. Your lease is too short on this guy. He's put up, you know, he doesn't always look great on the field. Last year, he put the team on his back and said, I got this. You know, you got to give the guy some slack. Just a little bit, all right? If we still win the division this year, which is possible, you know, then so be it. We can move on. But next season's got to be different. We got to cut all these old guys that are over 30. We can keep Fletcher and Brandon Graham. We can keep Rodney McLeod. We got to start getting rid of the training staff and some of these older guys. I mean, like, it's not working anymore. It's obviously not. Jason Peters is still on the football team. It's like a 39-year-old offensive tackle. I mean, I couldn't imagine still pushing guys around weighing 300 pounds at 39 years old. But there he is doing it. So I genuinely believe the Eagles are going to lose tomorrow. I hope they do not. But they play sloppy. They get ridiculous penalties. They make dumb mistakes. Now, I never played football, but these guys are professionals. They shouldn't be, you know, doing half the stuff that they're doing. They should be winning football games. They are paid to win football games, and they have contracts. All of these guys, this is a star-studded team, whether you want to believe it or not. The product you watch every week with Travis Fulgham and all these people, you don't know their names, that's because all the stars on the team are riding the bench, icing their legs or whatnot. So the Eagles, I think they said 3-5-1 right now. I'm gonna go out on a limb and predict they go 8-7-1 if they lose tomorrow. If they win tomorrow, I say 9-6-1. I don't see them finishing below 500 though. I do see a rally coming. This team does like to rally itself. I don't see a deep playoff run this year at all. At all. I don't see a deep playoff run this year. It's just, it's not happening. They might get first round bounce, second round bounce. They're not getting to the title game, the NFC title game. And they're definitely not making it to the Super Bowl. I mean, who I think is going to the Super Bowl this year, I think it's going to be Kansas City. I think it's going to be Kansas City again. It's going to be a repeat Kansas City. And I'm not really sure who the NFC is going to send them. I mean, our whole division is just trash. Maybe Seattle. Maybe Seattle goes back. Who else? Green Bay looks pretty good. Aaron Rodgers, he got pissed off they drafted his replacement. He's balling out. Tom Brady is going to get bounced in the playoffs, though. And so is Tampa Bay. But that's it for this video. I mean, I'm probably going to keep uploading. I'll probably upload another video before the day is over. Not that any of you really care right now. I don't really have many subscribers or anything like that. But it's still, you know, I'm just going to make the content just gonna keep making content, and if you guys like it, you know, I'm sure you guys are gonna tune in. So have a good one.